Sonny, Joey, 500. Got some goats in the building.
Get ready for a shakedown.
Prepare for a shakedown. We from Philly where they clap like huddles when they break down. Get ready for a shakedown. We underdogs, my guy. Kinda used to all the hate now. Prepare for it, man. Y'all get it. My QB got swag. My wideout is award winning. His fly was fly. Joey and 500. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Here's a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up and don't be a dingbat. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown. Here comes the shakedown.
Let's go.
Yo, by the way, Kick Dig back here. And welcome to the funnest Philly Shakedown podcast when they destroy the Dallas Cowboys. How I love these streams. Joey Shakes, what is happening, my man?
Just like the Christmas spirit. It's like it's the most wonderful time of the year. It's when you beat the Dallas Cowboys in their home stadium.
Yes.
So
and you beat them bad. You beat them bad at their home stadium. It was a beautiful day. Eagles, 34-6. I think they took it too easy on Dallas in the fourth quarter, to be fair. But a lot of good things did come out of this, and we got a lot to talk about because there was a lot of up and down. This team didn't play their best football, but at the same time, they still destroyed the Dallas Cowboys, and that's a great thing. So let me say hi to everybody in the chat. Eagles, what's going on? Nathan Hoffman, Awanzi, Jersey Dolphins, Dave Dust, Ken, Logan, Chris Kaufman. Shout out to you, Barbie, Pope, Platinum Beats, Daniel, Frankie, N8, Lucio, Catwoman, Henry Butts, Chubbs, Screaming Chic, Jordan Ramsey. Anybody that I missed, thank you for joining us. It's wonderful to have you guys here. And yeah, the Eagles take care of the Dallas Cowboys, and the Eagles are now in first place because Washington lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and this is going to set up a monster game, this Thursday, which should be really, really interesting. Let's just jump right into this game. The Eagles, what did you think about how it kind of started? Like what happened early on? Because obviously we turned over the ball a lot. I think we had 2 turnovers, and then they had 2 turnovers. I personally thought that some of what they were doing was trying to make sure Barkley wasn't involved on purpose. Like, I really think that their game plan was also looking ahead 3-4 days, and the fact that Barkley and that team is going to have to be used in that Washington game. And I think they came out throwing and not running. And I think that was one of the reasons why, just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it looks stagnant at times. Saquon, obviously, you're looking ahead. So Shipley didn't get involved until obviously when the backups came in. So you figured maybe they would have split a little bit with Shipley, a little bit with Kenneth Gainwell. But Barkley, I think, had 14, 15 carries today for 60-something yards. So I think that's pretty good. We pretty much said 15 to 20. So I think that's a really good, you got to save Barkley. He's in that danger zone right now. You don't want to run him too much. You need to keep his body fresh for the rest of the season. But yeah, I mean, the offense, I felt like they were looking for the deep ball a lot today. Like Hurts was holding on to the ball a lot. I know we could probably blame the stadium, the Dallas with the sun visors and the sun windows in the stadium. That could have been a part of it. I don't know. Middle of the field, hot routes, crossers, wasn't seeing the short passing game too early. So they just looked very off. Like, these first halves are just, they just look off at times.
Yeah. I think Dallas came out and they were like, we're going to stack the box. We are not going to let Barkley run. That's what we're going to do. And at times they only had like one safety. And so I think the Eagles were trying to take advantage of that down the field. And I understand you don't want Barkley 25 carries when he's got to play 3-4 days later. Right. I think Barkley ended up with 14 carries. That's perfect around what I wanted him to get. But what I was hoping we would have seen early is more running with Gainwell, more running with Shipley. Just because you don't run Barkley doesn't mean you have to abandon the run altogether.
Right.
And so that's what I thought. And I do think that Sun had a huge impact on that interception. And we'll see. We'll be curious to see what Hurts says. He probably won't acknowledge it, but when they showed the camera view from behind Hurts, and man, that Sun was like my eyes were like this through the TV, so I know it had to bother him.
Even from CD Lamb, when he pretty much, when that ball was thrown to him in the end zone and he didn't even like react to it, the sun was definitely in his eyes. He didn't even like react to the ball coming to him. So
Yeah,
I think that had to do something with it just a little bit. Yeah, I agree.
yeah, and I'm not, and that's not an excuse to
No, it's
say that
not.
Hurts didn't make a mistake and shouldn't have held the ball too long and shouldn't have thrown the interception. Not saying that. Just saying it was part of the elements. And for me, I wish I didn't want Barkley to get a lot of carries. So I'm okay with the amount of carries he got. But I really think we need to start letting Shipley get some carries. I mean, we shouldn't be scared to let him run the ball,
He's only going to get better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Play.
OJ Kush, remember for 6 months, says fly, Eagles fly. We double moonwalked that ass. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Eric, what's going on? How are you? Hope you're doing well. But I mean, those were mistakes made early. They adjusted the second half, and then they just went out and destroyed that team. And shout out to the defense, because the defense, dude, lights out again, Joey. Lights out again. What are we gonna do with Bond? Are we gonna really wait to sign this guy, or are we gonna just get it done now? Like, what are we waiting for?
Yeah, both of them. Yeah, both of them played really well. Especially I was afraid in that second half they were going to play really off, and they didn't. They were lining up. They were all over the place. Nakobe Dean had a good day. Zach Bond forced 2 fumbles today, which was great.
Mm-hmm.
You got to sign him, man. Don't turn this into another TJ Edwards moment where you're going to let a guy walk with a lot of talent. You can't afford it, man. You need to sign someone long term. Got to do it.
Yeah, totally agree. You gotta sign him, man. He's a hell of a player, and I just look. I know Dallas doesn't have firepower. I know that they're banged up, but man, they still did just beat the crap out of them. There is no point that I ever thought or felt Dallas was going to win this game, even when it was 7-3, and Dallas looked like they were going to take the lead. I just never thought that they were going to be able to keep up with this team. I didn't,
Yeah, I thought the offense not producing as much. In the first half as much. I was kind of surprised. The two things we knew going to this Dallas game was Dallas really can't run the ball, and they really can't stop the run. I think they're tied last in the league, even stopping the run. And I thought they did that okay. I thought towards our defense, they started getting some runs on us. I was like, this cannot happen. They got to get pressure on Cooper Rush a lot better than what they've been doing. So I think that was a little bit of an issue, but they tightened up though.
Yeah, they did tighten up. And what's this? Bryce Huff had a sack today. It forced a fumble. I mean, how about that? That was really, really good.
Yeah.
I thought that I couldn't, going into this game, I wanted the Eagles to get their starters out by the fourth quarter, and they did it. They were able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I think there's a lot. I don't think we played a great game, but we still put 34 points up and beat the crap out of that team, dude. They stink.
Yeah, it just comes down it's the same. It's these first halves, man, that just look so off. There's no rhythm. I feel like they're always looking for that deep pass, no crossers, no hot routes. They barely even check the ball down. I don't know what they're doing. I just said to myself, I said, the second half, we're going to find out. We're going to see. The touchdown what should have been a touchdown that Dallas got that was wide open. The timing was just off. That's really on Jalen Hurts. He should have just, he had that opening and he just waited too long, and Trevon Diggs intercepted the ball. So that's what you're going to get from that. So,
yep. YouTube Jay Capella says it's good that we hold our quarterback accountable. If he gets a single interception, we harp on it because we know he can be better. Other teams' quarterbacks throw multiple picks and they brush it off. Yeah, I agree. I mean, listen, I think Eagle fans, we come off as like being hard on guys and stuff, but I mean, we care and we want them to be their best. And when it don't go good and they make mistake, we got to call them up on it. That doesn't mean we hate the guy or anything like that. But yeah, I thought Hurts too many turnovers, bad interception, holding on to the ball way too long. Everything doesn't have to go deep. You don't have to go deep every single time. I mean, this game, and somebody said it in my stream, like, of all the games not to run a wide receiver screen, this was the game you wanted to do it with the way that they were coming at
Right.
you with everybody in the box. And, they didn't do that. There's didn't see really crossing patterns, nothing short, no dump offs. Like, I wish they would add these elements to their game,
And just to say this, the two things real quick. One, protection really started to break down. And I think because since Jalen was consistently holding on to the ball long, they said, you know what, we're going to blitz. We're going to bring him. They started to say they weren't really afraid. They weren't really challenged. So, they got pressure on Hurts easily. And if that's the case and that happens, you got to change it up with the short passing game. It's like you got to do something different. And secondly, Kenny G, man, like had some good runs in the second half, but let me tell you, man, he whiffed on that blitz pickup, got Hurts killed. All the Gainwell defenders. We say this, and we don't hate Kenneth Gainwell. We just say that the Eagles value him a lot higher to some degree, which we don't know why. Like I said, I don't think he's that good as a number two, and I still don't
No.
believe it.
No, I don't either. Mark Holmes said on his live at the game that you were texting him. I texted him one time at the end of the game. I texted him this. I'll show you guys what I texted him. This is what I texted him. I texted him. That's
the
it.
face.
That was it.
The face.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, I mean, his team took a beating. And it is what it is. Yeah, to me, this team's just so talented that like they can make mistakes and start off slow, and yet they can recover and be fine. It's really amazing. Now Dallas had nothing, but yeah, I thought they did a great job. I knew in I was like, this second half they're gonna blow. What's gonna happen. This second half they're gonna make the adjustments and they're gonna blow this team out. That's exactly what they did. Splendid says 500. Hurts is the first quarterback in NFL history to have 10 plus touchdowns in 4 seasons, and the first to do it 4 consecutive seasons. In 4, that's crazy. Yeah, that's amazing. He had what? What did he have? 2 rushing touchdowns, a throwing touchdown, or something like that.
Yeah, 4 total touchdowns for the day. 4.
Yeah. What a game. Poor Barkley. Barkley don't get any touchdowns. And he deserves. I mean, that one play where they dumped off, I think it was for the first score, where Barkley gets it. 2 guys, he makes a move. They both collide into each other, and he gets tackled at the 1. It was crazy. It was crazy.
That's when we're talking about the talent with Saquon Barkley. Yeah, you throw that ball in the flat, and he gets to the 1 yard line, and then you had that. Then on that play, Dallas had that defensive penalty. Yeah, I mean, anything could happen with Barkley, man. In the flat, it doesn't matter. Like, you throw that to Gainwell, he's not gonna. He might make a guy miss or two, but not gonna get the same results. So
right. Joshua, thank you for super chat. He goes, I can't fathom that we have 2 rookie cornerbacks playing at such a high level where I can be confident going into a playoff game or more, and they can hold their own. The defense, the highlight of this offseason. Yeah, I mean, of the season, highlight of the season. Yeah, I mean, I just love Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell. They play, they make plays. I mean, dude, there was a couple plays where they threw to CeeDee Lamb and he catches it and immediately he's tackled immediately. There's no yards after the catch. There's no missing balls. And Cooper DeJean was fantastic. Quinyon Mitchell, I thought he was fantastic as well. I think he had a penalty I thought was a weak penalty call, by the way. But Joshua, thank you for that super chat, my man. Those two guys are special. And what'd you think of Cooper DeJean's return?
No, I mean, yeah, his punt return was great. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, he's not going to be on punt returns for too long. I would say Covey's going to come back next week, I think. So, I mean, at least they threw. I mean, at least they try what they whatever they could do. I don't know what they're gonna do. Fangio and Michael Clay might be fighting over if they're gonna keep DeJean at that spot. I wouldn't, but we'll see what happens. But it was great.
I think he's too valuable in defense. I
No, I
think
get
you've
it.
got to take him off the punt unless you have to use him. Otherwise, Covey's got to do it. Fade 2 Gaming, thank you for Super Chat goes, which Eagles would have used Barkley more? But kudos to him because that Barkley first win against the Turds also hurts ankle seems fine. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I didn't notice any issues with Hurts' ankle.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. That's really a story. I think Sirianni was just being honest. I really do. And as far as Barkley goes, I was okay with the usage because I think he's more important against this game coming up Thursday. Like that Washington game, you got to be better than you were today versus Washington. But that's for first place. And I don't want to limit Barkley. Like if I need Barkley carrying 25 times, I'm going to give him 25 times against Washington. So the fact that he only had 14 carries and 6 in the first half, I was totally okay with that 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I don't wish injuries or anything like that, but obviously, I think this was the perfect situation since Dallas was injured and they weren't to 100% full capacity. This was the perfect game on the same week you're playing the Commanders to lessen his carries and save him, rest his body a little bit because we're going to need it Thursday, no doubt. We're going to need it. So
absolutely, yeah. Super Fleet 31, member for 48 months. Thank you so much. He goes, I don't like how we were struggling with the run early. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they just didn't respect the Cowboys to even have a run game or were even that worried about it at all. But I mean, Dallas, they run the ball. They had a few good runs, but there was nothing that they could stick with, and they couldn't score touchdowns. And Cooper Rush stinks. And I mean, it was just a beautiful thing. It was.
yeah, even
Shout out to Johnny Wilson,
sorry.
dude.
No,
No. Shout out to Johnny
yeah.
Wilson.
Holy shit.
First touchdown, man. It was great. Yeah. So it was great. Now, what were you going to say?
Yeah, no, Johnny Wilson though. I mean, it's especially like I think another offseason under his belt. Like he had the touchdown taken away of OPI last week. So, but I'm glad they can rely on somebody else. I know Jahan Dotson had one catch in this game. I think one of my favorite sequences they had in this game. I think it was in the third quarter. It was obviously AJ Brown, that big pass to I think the Cowboys 40, all the way to the other side of the field.
Mm-hmm.
They ran with Saquon four times, and then they boom, rushing touchdown, Jalen Hurts. I mean, boom, just like that. That's how simple it is, dude. It's that simple. It's crazy.
Yeah. That was good. No, it was great. It was great. I was glad. I mean, you go into halftime, and it was like, all right, is this team going to be able to pull away, or is this going to be close?
Mm-hmm.
And then they come right out, they pull away, blow them out. Fourth quarter, they're out. I love it. I mean, I love it. It was. What was crazy was they showed at one point late in the fourth quarter, they showed the Eagles players on the sideline, and they're all looking like they're serious. Maybe they're like thinking about the performance or whatever. And then they show the Cowboys sideline, and you got Micah Parsons and Diggs. They're laughing, having a good time. I'm going, that would piss me off beyond recognition if I saw that.
Yeah.
I hate that stuff.
Yeah.
Easy as his name says. DeJean owns CeeDee Lamb already. He shut him down. Yeah, a couple times CeeDee looked at him like, "Man, you're here. You're on my ass tonight." It was beautiful.
Yeah, I didn't hear Jonathan Mingo's name tonight, the guy they traded for. I don't really know what they had offensively. Ferguson was like, what did Ferguson do? Not much.
He fumbled. That was it. He fumbled the ball. I think they at one point it was like in the fourth quarter, it was like they had like 147 yards. I think passing, if that, I don't even know if it was passing, but yeah, it was great. Super Philly 31, thank you for super. Where's Mark Lafayette? He's in Dallas, wandering the streets, something like that. I don't know. You know, what's Barkley's career against Washington? I don't know what it is against Washington. I have to check it out. But I do know that usually the Giants have done pretty good in history, like under Barkley. While he was there, I think they've had Washington's number, so I think he's been pretty effective.
Yeah.
Witch King says defense is going to be ready for Daniels on Thursday. Yeah, every week I like this defense more and more. I just do. I like the way they play. I like the way that they're coming along. And, Bond continues to make plays. Dean continues to play really well. I still want an outside rush. I still think that's an issue. I do, and it's something we have to do. I thought Jalen Carter played really good today, too. I don't know if he registered a sack or not, but I thought he had a hell of a game.
Yeah, no, the rush still seems lackluster. Like it's just not enough. Like there's some times where Cooper Rush had time to throw. I didn't like that. I mean, they're out Tyler Guyton. I mean, they're still not getting pressure, So, got to change that.
William says, my Cowboys are straight garbage water. They really are. They really are. And it's a beautiful thing. So it's a beautiful thing. That was an absolute disaster for Dallas. It really was. It wasn't like, oh, you hung in there and you lost. I mean, they got blown out, and the Eagles didn't even play good. The talent level is superior. Dave K says, I hope the Texans beat the Lions. I do too. Texans are playing right now. They're in there all red with their red helmets, which is interesting. Hopefully they beat them. That would be great. Look, I have number 1 seed aspirations. I want that number 1 seed. Okay. I don't want the 3rd. I want the 1. And we moved up first Washington. Now, if somehow Detroit was to lose, we'd move up on them too. Splendid goes 500. The last time we won in Dallas was 2017. We blew them out, and then we won the Super Bowl. That is true. Did Goddard have 2 touchdowns today? I think he did.
I thought he had one. I thought he had one.
He did. He definitely had 1. I'm trying to remember if he had 2. But I know having Goddard back was good. Do you think that having Goddard, do you think that took away from Calcaterra?
A little bit. Production? I think it did. Yeah, I think it definitely did. Yeah. But you have 2 reliable guys. They can always run double tight end sets. They can always involve both of them if they really want. They started using Ben Van Sumeren at the end of the game, which is great. He's back from concussion protocol. Obviously, we didn't know what his thing was going to go into this week, but still using him at fullback, but big part of the offense for the run game, and we'll see.
Yeah. David says, "I love the Shakedown punt." Thank you, my man. Appreciate that.
Thanks, Dave.
Jonathan says, if the Lions lose tonight, we would still be a half a game behind them because they haven't lost to 2 NFC teams. That makes sense. But, being a half game out, when you, right now, especially when you get into like December and stuff, that's where you want to be. You're in striking distance. Hang in there, be in striking distance. But this Washington game Thursday, I mean, dude, this is a monster game. Monster game for this time of year.
Yeah.
And if you beat Washington, then you've beaten everybody in your division. You can only split. We got Dallas one more time in Philly in Kelly Green. So I think we're going to be good. Shark, David Super Chat, my man. He goes, Tomlin exposed Daniel today. Heavy blitz. And it makes sense. Will the Eagles want to do that, though? That's going to be a question. Diggs stole a touchdown from Goddard. Yeah. That hurts. I don't think, honestly, I don't know for sure, but it looked like Hurts looked just a little late on that throw. And I really wonder if he saw him, with that. Did they just turn the ball over? I think Detroit just turned the ball over. That's a way to start. Bobby Davis Super Chat love seeing Mark Holmes taking the walk of shame. Yeah, I mean, he went all the way down there for nothing. Dom Davis Super Chat Philly. Did Mark Ditch sit down with Sills now? He does every week, so we'll see if he actually shows up. 500. We played our worst game since the Cleveland and still won by 28. I know it's hard to be mad at your team when they win by 28, but there are things that we've got to improve. I think there are things, in that first quarter, that first half, we got to be better. It just seems like we play so much better in the second half than in the first half all the time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll see. Let me see here. Quinion allowed 14 yards. The guy is a stud. Straight up, mother humping stud, without question. Somebody, I think it was Bubba, shout out to Bubba in my chat, was saying that neither DeJean or him will have a chance to make the Pro Bowl. And he's probably right because they're rookies. But, man, I think these guys are playing Pro Bowl level football right now. I think they're both Pro Bowlers, the way they've been playing.
Yeah, I think Quinion's worst game was against the Saints, giving up 23 to Chris Olave. That was his worst game of the year so far.
Yeah. Antonio says Diggs made a great play. He came off his man and got the interception. Yeah, I mean, he did. It is what it is. They weren't able to capitalize on it. I mean, I think 2 snaps later, Cooper Rush gave it right back. So, it was awesome. Yeah, Texas interception. Yeah, this is a good game tonight. It definitely is. The Diggs interception should have never happened because we should have ran the ball in that situation. Yeah, I really wonder how much of this game plan, like especially early on, how much were they thinking about, all right, well, we're going to use Barkley this much tonight because we want to save him for how much was the Washington game affecting how they were going to use players in this game? I'm really curious, and I don't know if anybody will answer that.
I think it was 100%. I think it was. I mean, to run him 15 times in this game, I mean, I don't know if that's not the lowest of the year. It may be the second lowest of the year, maybe, that he's ran that much less. But we'll see.
Yeah. Carter was a problem for Dallas all mother humping day. I agree. I thought Carter was really, really good today, and he was definitely a problem. Let me go here. Old boy says, it's the opposite of 22. We were on fire in those first halves, and then BS'd around the third. I know, it was true. It last, in 22 was, okay, you're up, you're killing everybody by halftime. Then it's like fourth quarter, it's like, oh my God, this is actually a game. Oh my God, one more possession, they could tie this game up. It was like we would take our foot off the gas. Now it's like we start off slow, make the adjustments, and then we just take over. It's crazy, I think you got to have a better, I want them to come out, and I want them to use Barkley early in that Washington game. I want them to destroy Washington. I do. Kellen must be satisfied putting 34 on his Cowboys. Yeah, I got to assume that was, he's happy about that.
Oh, definitely.
Dude, Dean has improved a ton, says Sean. Oh, my God. Dean, the transformation with Dean is crazy. It's crazy. And you can see the confidence in him growing. Should have had another interception today, Mr. International, what's up, my man? He goes, ball security, pocket awareness, and putting more gusto in your throws. Agreed. I'll see the all 22 when it comes out, but I mean, some of those times where Hurts is holding on the ball, I mean, I think everybody was going deep. I don't think they had anything short to dump off.
Yeah, I can't see it any other way. Trust me, I had certain individuals in my chat, names we probably Brian Pumper was on a roll in the chat today. Every time Hurts made a mistake. So I mean, I get it. It just I was wondering why. I mean, he's not stupid. Why is he holding on to he's waiting for something? Something's going on. Is it the sunlight plus these deep plays where he probably can't? I don't know what it is, but yeah, it just looked stagnant, man. It just didn't look good. I don't know. They were in a standstill for a while there.
Yeah. But Sticks, thank you for the super chat, my man. He said, Joey, who's your favorite? Who's your player of the day?
I think it's going to be Jalen Hurts because I thought he dropped some dimes in the second half. He had some really good rushes, which I really liked. They got a lot of yards. He had some open lanes in front of him. I thought he was good. I think after the turnover, when we think about Jalen Hurts getting a turnover, we're like, oh no, here we go. Like we feel like the game is going to get progressively worse at times, but it really didn't. He tightened up, and the coaching staff, got back to common sense. And I thought he did. I thought he did good. I thought he was probably the best player offensively. I thought he did a good job.
Yeah, there you go. Fugly Denver Super Chat goes, maybe Dean did win the battle over White. I mean, at this point, you gotta say he definitely did. I mean, it's just crazy to me. Like we were worried. I was going during the summer. I'm going. I'm not gonna say Dean's a bust yet. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna give him the chance. I'm not gonna say anything. And I'm like telling people let's just wait just a little longer. And now you're looking at Dean. I'm going, my gosh, this dude can play and he's good. And then Bond's one of the best linebackers in the league right now. You got to sign him immediately.
Yeah, it's funny because Dean actually, the unscripted episode they put out late last week, they actually showed a play from open practice we didn't even see because remember open practice, like Kenneth Gainwell broke his ankles. We're like, oh my god! And then there was reports of another play where he killed him on a wheel route. They showed that play because N'Kobe Dean was mic'd up last week. They showed that play of him getting burnt, and apparently N'Kobe Dean's been taking time after practice. He's been at the NovaCare a lot longer in the film room studying. He's taking it serious, and that's a great thing. Do I believe that Devin White was the better player N'Kobe Dean was the better player the entire time over Devin White? I don't know if I believe that, but I think like I said to you probably a month or two ago, I said, you know what? The Eagles said, well, N'Kobe Dean's healthy. We can't just sit him now. We got to see what this kid's got over a guy that's going to be here for a year. So, and it's worked out. It's worked out entirely. Great.
Yeah, no, it worked out fantastic. Absolutely. Chris Scott says, he can't make that mistake in big games. The AJ Brown throw where it hit Diggs in the helmet should have been thrown earlier after, and it's complete. Yeah, I mean, there were some missed throws. There was another one with Devontae Smith where he threw it. He underthrew it. Devontae was 3-4 steps ahead of a guy. It would have been a walk-in touchdown.
Yeah.
Things like that you have to clean up. But I think they've been doing a lot better with that. This week it just it reared its ugly head. But I mean, I'm not going to over sweat it. I really not.
Yeah. I mean, 20 number 21 on Dallas's defense, the corner, he was a big liability because I mean, every time he saw that matchup, he almost went for it every time. And obviously, AJ Brown, there was one in the end zone. People are saying AJ Brown, I guess, stopped maybe last second or something like that, or it was too overthrown. I don't know. I gotta watch it again. But Devontae Smith ones. I mean, we probably could have had another touchdown with Devontae Smith if it was thrown a little bit better, but.
Yeah. And pick six, Nick. Thank you for the super chat. He goes, bet on the Ravens, Penn State, Chiefs, and Eagles this week. $650 cashed out, baby. Got to throw my guys. Oh man, you're too nice, man. Thank you so much. We appreciate that, man. Congratulations on winning. It's a nice little win there. No doubt about it. Eric Bull says all these Cowgirl fans should go find Mark Holmes and start a support group. Yeah, I'm willing to bet that Mark will do a video tonight saying that, see, Dak Prescott is better than Cooper Rush. We got to stop comparing the two. Nobody's comparing it to. He just makes it up because he wants to protect Dak. Lucas, David Super Chat. Bond today, 8 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 2 forced fumbles. Yeah, and 1 what's that for? Fumble recovery. Best linebacker in years. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's amazing. What a find Bond is. Seriously, what an absolute steal he was. How New Orleans did not ever think to use him like that is crazy. But it worked. I wonder though, if Bond's oh, I'm gonna go get the most money I can get on the open market. I don't know if he goes somewhere else, if he plays the same. Like Vic Fangio knows how he wants to use them, knows how to use them, and I think if I was Zach Bond, I would want to stay in Philly. So I'm hoping they'll sign him. I
Yeah,
really
I mean
am.
it's tough. I think it's tough because he's what 27. I think he's like what 27 years old. He's been in the league. He might want to cash out, and I don't blame him because he's never seen that type of money in the league before. So I don't blame him for trying to get money, but I think it's time. Like I think you're going to let some players go on your defense this year. I think you need to lock. Nakobe Dean's got a few years. You got to lock somebody up, dude. You're gonna hit the reset button again, where it's gonna be Dean, and then try. And like I have no issue with Trotter coming in, but dude, like I mean, what are you gonna do? You're gonna keep this repeating process. A guy's gonna leave, then you hit the reset, and the only difference is you still have one good linebacker in Philadelphia if Zach Bond leaves. But do you really want to hit that reset button again? Kind of
Yeah.
for half your linebacker squad. I don't
Well,
know if you want to do
well,
that.
there's difference between being good and being one of the best in the league. Like Bond is playing on a elite
Yeah.
level right now. An elite level. I mean, he's everywhere. So I just don't think if I'm Howie, I just don't play with it. Like I'm trying to lock him up right now. And it would not surprise me if you get to like November. Oh, it is November, but like late November, December, and we hear that the Eagles signed Bond to a 3-year deal or something. We've seen it happen before. It happened with Alshon Jeffrey. It happened with a bunch of other guys. So it could happen. Dingbat John, thank you for super chat. Joey, develop a lisp or have a chaw in. You have chewing or you have a
Yeah, I'm
lisp.
chewing. Yeah, I'm chewing.
You have
When do I
chewing.
not? When do I not? That's the question.
I don't know. Do you do it when you sleep? Do you have like a little bottle like
Yeah,
beside your
yeah.
bed?
Yeah,
You like
exactly.
wake
Yeah,
up.
all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. You ever dream? Do you ever dream that you're somewhere doing something with chew in your mouth?
No.
Never.
Never. Never,
Okay.
never.
Because when I use a smoke, I could have a dream like I'd be driving or something and I'd be smoking.
Were you
And
a heavy smoker? Like
2
heavy
packs a
smoker?
day.
Damn.
Marlboro menthols, 100s. Hell yeah.
When was that?
Marlboro menthol 100s.
Well,
Huh?
when was
That was
that?
back in the day. Oh, that was back. Well, I actually didn't smoke for a long time. I like used to just do it once in a while, like if I was drinking or out with friends. But
Yeah.
it developed into a habit, and it was like 2 packs a day. And it would be Marlboro menthol 100. I like the menthols, man. I love them. But I said, nah, I have to quit. Yeah, so that was back in. I mean, that was 2000. I quit in 2006.
Oh,
So
damn.
it's been a long time. I don't think about it now. But it took a long time to get over though. I never want to go through that shit again.
I bet.
Dingbat John, thank you for super chat. He goes, Joey. Oh, I read that. But yeah, Jordan, thank you for the super chat. He goes, I thought a hunt flashed today. It's going to be hard to rush a passer when the rush was getting rid of the ball in 2.26 seconds. That would be fast in NFL. It would be, and that's true. But I thought Jalen Hunt was good too. Yeah, I mean Jalen Hunt. I mean, dude, he made a great play on a deflection. It should have been a pick by Nakobe Dean, and it didn't work. They didn't get the interception. But good to see Jalen Hunt out there, man. What were your thoughts on him?
No. I mean, I'm just waiting for him to get more snaps, and hopefully they continue that because, like I said, I mean, if he joins this rotation now, it's like who are you going to take snaps away from? That's the whole thing. When someone joins the rotation a lot more, then someone's going to be losing snaps. So, it's something they have to experiment this year. But by next season, you're hoping that this position is finally done with and they have a superstar there. And just like I
Right.
watched the Washington Commanders Steelers game, like TJ Watt was absent the entire game until that last right at the end of the fourth quarter, the closer, he shows up when it matters most. And that's what I'm saying. I know we talk about Hassan Reddick and people are going to say, oh, I get it, but that's what you lost in a player like that. You don't have a closer.
Right.
So that's where we're at.
Well, hopefully they'll get one. You all for Philly? Yeah, originally. Yep.
I am not.
Yes. Not in Japan or something like that. No. Uh, Fugly Gang, thank you for super chat. He goes, great linebackers, great secondary, mediocre defensive line. This is very unusual for an Eagles team. What is going on here? It's true. Usually you have a really good defensive line, really bad linebackers, and then a mediocre secondary. I would say this, Fugly, and thank you for super chat. I would say that the line isn't so much like I think the interior of the line is good. I think the outside is where you have a problem. And Brandon Graham is older, of course, but I just think you need that one extra guy. Nolan Smith, I mean, it would have been nice to see one of those guys, do something. But yeah, they were throwing the ball really, really quick. That is true. Overall, it's hard to complain when you win the way you did.
No, yeah, agreed.
Let's see. Kenneth, thank you for being a member for 16 months. What up, guys? Had a few miscues, but still got the W. Agreed. Pat says Milt Williams took snaps from Davis today. He did. There was a couple stretches where I thought Dallas was trying to hurry it up a little bit so the Eagles couldn't make substitutions. There was I think a fourth down that the Eagles couldn't sub in like Jordan Davis and stuff where they quarterback sneaked it. But yeah, I'm curious to see how many reps Jordan Davis actually got.
Yeah, I can't be. I know he had a tackle today. I know he didn't probably do as much.
Yeah.
If they want more of a pass rush, usually they've done this once already. They did this against the Giants. They took Jordan Davis out and they put some of the other guys in there for more of a pass rush because they know that they need to score touchdowns. That they're going to throw a lot more. So
yeah, exactly. Antonio Holmes, my man, he goes, Eagle fans are way overcritical. Damn, we just smacked the Cowboys and we still we can't help it.
Yeah,
we can't help it. We are what we are, man. It's our DNA. I mean, did we make mistakes? We weren't perfect, yes. But I mean, and we said this earlier, like to me, what it shows is just how talented this team is. That you could come out and start off good and still blow out a team like this, man. It's crazy.
And we've done this. We've done this 3 times already. I mean, last year we were waiting for one game like this. With the record we had, we were waiting for one game like this. The offense never had a dominating performance. They never did last season.
Yeah, exactly. I love watching it. Like I really like this defense. I really like watching them. Alger says this defense with the young Bucks is doing exactly what you predict Philly. Yeah, but I would say that they're way ahead of the schedule. Like I thought it would take a little longer to start coming on, but it seems like they're ahead of schedule. And I really think when you put Quignon, when you put Cooper DeJean in the slot, right, and you putting Quignon Mitchell on the outside allowed for Cooper DeJean to play. Because remember, they were going to start the whole season where it looked like we were talking about Mitchell playing in the slot. If they do that, you don't have Cooper DeJean on the field. So by putting Mitchell on the outside and him being able to handle it, it opened the door to have Cooper DeJean play. And when he came in and he took Maddox out, I just think it solidified this whole defense. And they just get better every week. I mean, Quignon Mitchell, total stud.
I think what's better too defensively is communication on the back end. You know how like before a play starts and they'd still be communicating as the play would go on. I think back end communication was a big problem at the end of last year. Obviously, it didn't help to go from Sean Desai to Matt Patricia in season, changing so much in one season. But I think the communication's great. The guy, I mean, this is why they didn't do anything at the trade deadline. They want, and this is a different philosophy. This is something different that Howie has never done. Vic Fangio probably had a lot to do with it and say, let me produce these young guys. They're getting better every week. And I like it because I think it makes it more exciting than, because the Commanders got Marshawn Lattimore, we got to top that move. We got to top them. They're getting better, like let's just keep going what we're doing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Nathan, you're so right. He is. Vaughn is the Martian Manhunter. That dude, you're absolutely 100% right. That's a good one. Yeah, that could make a shirt on that one. That's a good one.
All right.
Slay and Maddox benched is the best thing to happen since Sid Brown coming back from injury. Well, did Slay get? I mean, Slay got hurt again.
Rolled his ankle. Yeah,
he's just really banged up right now. He is banged up. But I think Maddox getting benched because remember early in the year, especially like if you remember like that Tampa game, every time there's a third down, they went after Maddox every single time. And DeJean, what I like about DeJean is okay, corners are going to give up catches, guys are going to make catches and plays, but the yards after catch there is no yards after catch for him. He makes the tackle.
It's true. It's true.
Brian Pumper, there's my man. Thank you for the super chat. He goes, my white knight, Cooper DeJean, is the answer to all my questions. The guy's a revelation. He's a beauty. Yeah, man, he's been really good. Both him and I feel like literally, I know that the Lions got Arnold and stuff, but I feel like we got the best two corners.
No, he hasn't played. I think it's a night and day difference. Difference.
Yeah, exactly. Cooper DeJean is the White Shadow. Oh man, the names are hilarious. Yo 500. We didn't play a perfect game. We still kicked this. That means Dallas sucks. It means that they suck, and it means that we're that good. I think we're that good. White Knight Cooper DeJean, right? You haven't been missing many tackles since bye week. Yeah, we haven't. I mean, how many times in years past do you see like a 3rd and 7, they throw 3 yards and then the guy's able to run and get the first down because of 2-3 missed tackles? These guys tackle. Quinion tackles. Cooper DeJean tackles. Dean tackle. This team can tackle, and it's just it's a big deal. It really is.
Those passes to the flat, to the sideline, 9 out of 10 times the Eagles would always miss that first tackle all the time, and they would get those yards. I guess tackling our own our assistant coaches at practice, I guess it's helping. I guess it's helping.
I mean, like even like I don't know what CeeDee Lamb ended up with today, but
20 when he now between 20 to 40 yards, it wasn't much.
Yeah. But a lot of the times when he caught the ball, he was tackled immediately.
Mm-hmm.
There was no room for him to run. And I thought that was a big deal. I did.
True.
500 Cowpokes offense play calling is so putrid. Who runs a 3-yard stop route on 3rd and 8? Yeah, I mean, they stink. There's no doubt about it. The Dallas as a whole is a mess. They're a mess. Australian Angel, thank you for super chat. Texans lose, and we are the 1 seed, right? No, if Detroit loses, you want Detroit to lose. So Detroit loses, the Eagles are, I want to say the Eagles are the 2 seed, but it's like a half a game difference. So, yeah, I mean, the Eagles are in the thick of everything. And then if you beat Washington next week, you're beating one of the better teams in the NFC. It's a division game and record, all that, but it's also a conference win. So it's a huge game for the Eagles.
Right.
Philly 416, what's going on, my man? How are you?
Oh, man.
The Eagles tanked against you guys. You mean the Cowboys?
Yeah, not the Eagles, no.
Young Boy says, a question I hear, quote, we are good enough to make those mistakes, but we are making them against the Cowboys. Can we afford to play like this during the playoffs and still come out winning? Chances are, I mean, if I'm going to be honest and keep it real, if you start a game in the playoffs and you come out in that first quarter like we did and have, 2 turnovers right off the bat, yeah, it's probably going to cost you a playoff game. You can't do that in the playoffs. No, because we were able to get the one turnover. Well, they picked off Hurts in the end zone, right? But then you turn around 2 plays later, Cooper fumbles the snap, and we get it back. That probably doesn't happen. And then Hurts had that big fumble down on our side of the ball that immediately put Dallas in a situation to score. So a better team will take advantage of it. You can't allow that to happen. So,
no, cannot.
Yeah, to answer your question, no, it will haunt you and come back to haunt you if you do it. And when we say, they're good enough talent-wise to make up for it, that's for November 10th. Once you get into late December, January, those things you can't be doing anymore. Mav says, "Hey Philly, D'Amico Ryan says he's gonna get this win for your old time's sake. He will always be an Eagle." Yeah, D'Amico Ryans. Hey, he was a good Eagle for a few years. Yeah. Pick 6, Nick Daver Superchat goes, "Next shirt, the name's Baun, Zach Baun." I like that. That's pretty good. Philly, I bet Kellen felt good. Kellen wasn't the reason Dallas was bad. No, he wasn't. He was the scapegoat. There's no doubt about it. Anyone knows what Q's stats versus Lamb was? I don't know. He wasn't on Lamb all day. Like, he wasn't manning up on him. He had him covered a couple times.
They moved Lamb a lot in motion.
And DeJean had him quite a few times. All I could tell you is Lamb did not do shit today. He didn't do shit. And part of it is they don't got the quarterback. But even when he caught the ball, it was like they were on him.
Mm-hmm.
Elijah says, "Eagles looking better than the Lions so far." Lions are down 10-0 right now with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. So, we'll see. The Fugly Gang, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, "Eagle fans say what you want about Slay, but he's clearly been dealing with injuries for majority of the season. He's still out there giving you all he's got." He is. There's no doubt. And he's definitely banged up, man.
His time is coming. His time is coming. This is his last. This is it.
Yeah. Let's see. The name's like Baun. Vodka Martini's third. Yes, third. Vinny, they're fighting over something. I don't know. I'm not even going to get involved in it. Oh, why not in first place? Who cares who we beat? Why not in first place? Well, we're first place in our division. We're not in the Detroit has a better record. They have one less loss as of right now. Dewan says, "Oh, we need a true power back to go with Barkley." I agree. Barkley almost broke one again. Game will not gain nothing. I agree. I totally agree with you. I would really like to see Shipley get some more carries early on.
Be nice.
Like, can we try? Okay, you don't want to use Barkley. You don't want to overuse him because Thursday, right? You got the game coming up. But, does that mean you have to not run at all? I want to see him run a little more.
Yeah, I would just to take. Yeah, I would to see what he could do. I mean, do it early. Don't wait too late to throw him into a game. It'd be nice to see him early, but.
Yeah. Diddy says, "I took Detroit -3. Need this so I can lose all my money on blackjack." Well, you might get it. I mean, they're only down 10. 10 points for Detroit is nothing. That team could score quickly.
Yeah.
Scotty, what's going on, man? What up, Dingbats? Why is Joey looking at us straight on? It freaks me out.
All right, I'll look this way. I'll do this the whole time.
There you go. Well, Trotter was out there today. Trotter played in the fourth quarter. I saw him out there today. But, right now, I mean, it's going to be hard for Trotter to get on the field with the way these guys are playing.
Yeah.
Because I argue that you have 2 Pro Bowl linebackers right now. I think they're both playing on a Pro Bowl level.
Mm-hmm.
But Trotter will get his chance. He will.
Mm-hmm.
Non-Killionaire says Detroit would have a tiebreaker. They have one loss in the conference. Just need to focus on division first and then the first seed. Yeah, there's plenty of time for the first seed. You just need to stay, in striking distance. 500. I know our secondary is good since Lamb Chops always kills us in the middle of the field. Yeah, and usually a lot of that is, he gets a lot of yards after the catch against us. A lot. And that's really what I like that's down with these guys is these receivers aren't getting tons of yards after catch. Jackson says, Jalen Hunt played a shit ton. Was at the game, and we took over that shit. Saw Dallas fan throw his jerseys 3 level down. Shit was hilarious. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, we were talking about Jalen Hunt earlier. He had that great deflection that Dean almost picked off. I thought Jalen Hunt was very effective. Keep him going, dude. He's gonna. I'm telling you, if they keep giving him reps and they keep playing him, I believe by the end of the year, I believe he's going to be. He could possibly be making the impact that we're getting from DeJean,
Yeah,
and Quignon.
Might be our best guy on the perimeter going, coming out of coverage as an edge rusher. We haven't seen that in a game yet, and I think he'll probably be the best at it under Fangio. So we'll see.
Yeah. Witch Kings, member 51 months. Thank you so much. He goes, didn't Howie or someone else say we were trying to trade up for one of the offensive tackles in the draft? I'm happy we didn't and got Q instead. Yeah, I forget the tackle that went to Pittsburgh. I think he was drafted by Steelers. I think he got hurt for the year. I forget his name, but the rumor was the Eagles during the draft at that point were trying to call up and get him in the draft, but they couldn't trade up. And then so they went with
It sounded like he was like the first option in the draft. That's what it sounded like. And then Q was the second option early. So I don't know, but
yeah. Easy is his name, says 500. Your worst prediction from the offseason is that Trotter would start sometime in the season. Yikes. Yeah, I know. I really thought he would. But the reason why I'm wrong, I can live with. I'm not wrong because Trotter just stinks. Okay, that's not the case. I'm wrong because these guys are playing on a Pro Bowl level. So I can live with being wrong in that aspect because it's the best case scenario to be wrong if you're going to be wrong.
no, I mean, at that time, it's a totally different. That's what I'm saying. It's a totally different story because Dean wasn't having a great offseason program. He just his
Right.
coverage
Well,
was a liability. He just didn't. He didn't look like he was himself. And I think he had an injury. I think he had one small injury, early, OTAs to training camp. He had a small. He had an ankle injury or something. He got hurt again. It was a no brainer that Devin White was starting every day at training camp, and Trotter was gonna fight his way up. The depth chart. That's what we figured it was gonna happen, but we were wrong. Yeah.
well, and there's no way to know that Bond was going to be that good. I mean, he was sitting there,
No.
a guy that was in New Orleans that barely ever played. Why would anybody think that he's going to come in and be one of the best linebackers in the game? So I'm totally okay being wrong in that prediction. Jordan, thank you for super chat. He goes, DeJean versus Lamb, 4 targets, 3 receiving yards. 4 targets, 3 receptions, 4 yards. 4 yards. But that's what I'm saying. Those guys, they don't give up yards after the catch. It's absolutely fantastic. Oh, I see you got a little friend there, huh?
Yeah, he's climbing on me right now.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Let's see. A Warrior Races. I like Trotter, but I'm gonna be pissed if Howie lets Bone. Yeah, well, he can't let Bone walk. I agree. I mean, you just can't allow that to happen. You can't.
How do you think Mekhi Becton's playing so far this season?
Great. Yeah, great. Like a Pro Bowler. I think you have to find a way to keep him too. I don't know if they will, but I mean, I would try to. Becton may be a situation where because he had the experience he had with the Jets and everything that if you listen to what he said, he may not want to go anywhere. So he may be willing to do something where, it works out for both, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Don't make the same mistake we did with T.J. Edwards. Agreed.
Yeah, to be a big mistake. I think he got a better linebacker than I think he's a better linebacker than TJ Edwards
He is.
is.
Yeah,
Way
he's
better.
he's more impactful than Edwards. He is.
Mhm.
Stinky Fish says, "What we gonna do with Bradbury?" Like, I don't know. I just assume Bradbury's gonna be on the bench. I mean, I wouldn't move anybody. I wouldn't change anything right now.
Yeah, no. I'm not taking anybody off this roster for him to just sit there and do nothing. No.
Yeah. Did you see Mazzy Pads talking trash? Went down. I saw something like it, but I
It
didn't. I
was
didn't.
him
Boy, he stinks.
with Nick Gates against the backup center, Nick Gates. Like he like was talking shit to him and caused the penalty for that was stupid.
That's funny. Uh, Joseph Douglas says 500 and shakes. What up, my guys? And damn, what a beatdown in Dallas. Let's effing go. Absolutely. Now I will
Yeah.
say, like, Dallas had a lot of pressure on us. I mean, what did they have, like 5 sacks? We can't allow that though. I think they had 5 sacks in the first half on us. Like, it was too much pressure, too many sacks. I thought Hurts held the ball too long. I mean, we talked about all that, but they got to clean that up, and they got to clean that up by Thursday.
Yeah, I mean, you're facing a good front Thursday. I mean, Dante Fowler's playing really good. Fred Johnson's the weakest link, so they're going to be aiming towards his side. But you can't do these sequences where everything needs to have a deep ball. Because I swear to God, I was trying to look as much as I can where the camera shows, but I saw nothing middle of the field. No short passes, no nothing. Like everything was created to be some deep ball, and that they do that. Like he's gonna have a rough day on Thursday. He's gonna have a rough day if that
Right.
happens.
Yeah. Alex says, yo, guys, I'll be at the link on Thursday working on the sidelines with the birds doing security work. God is great. Very cool,
Oh,
Alex.
that's awesome, dude.
That's very cool, man. Shout out to you. CJ Davis Super J goes, we can never let Vic go birds. I don't think
Who would have
Fabio's going
thought?
anywhere.
Who would have
Yeah,
thought?
I know. I don't think he's going anywhere because I think he's like Jim Johnson. I don't think he wants to be head coach. I think he's got family in the area. I think he's going to be okay. The guy that I worry about going somewhere is Kellen Moore. That's the guy that I worry about. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Is there anything else, man, before we get out of here that you want to talk about?
I mean, I think we covered everything. Like, we got a short week. We're most likely probably going to have a shakedown on Wednesday because just of the game on
Yeah.
Thursday. We'll have a shakedown Wednesday to kind of talk about the Commanders because we only have like a day to talk about this, and then I'm already in Commander mode now. I'm already in that mode for Thursday, so I'm ready to
I'm
go.
gonna smoke my cigar video. I'm gonna post it. I don't know when I'm gonna get a chance to do another video because tomorrow at work is really, really busy. But after I do that video and I wake up tomorrow morning, I'm all about the Washington game. But tonight, I'm definitely going to enjoy it. Like, I don't care. I don't care that Cowboys are hurt. I don't care that their season's over. I don't care. Anytime you beat the crap out of them is a great day. It's a great day.
You wanted to go in, you wanted to get out as fast as possible, get the stars in there, keep Saquon Barkley to low carries. I think we got what we wanted today. Slow start, but I think we got what we wanted theoretically going into Thursday. Yeah. So
yeah, I agree. And just like that, it's 10-7. The Lions just went down and golfed through a touchdown pass. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting week, man. Big game on Thursday, no doubt about it.
yeah,
Hold on.
no doubt.
There we go. So, anyways, but yeah, guys, I think we're gonna go. I'm gonna go do my cigar video in a little bit here, and I don't know what Joey's up to, but yeah, it should be interesting. Yeah. Joe says 500. Y'all next shirt should be I'm born to play defense. I'm born to play defense. I like it. Yeah, we'll think about it, man. We got to figure out some things with our shirt stuff and all that, and then we'll look into it. But let me thank everybody for today, joining us, hanging out with us. We're gonna let you guys go. And yeah, I mean, we'll see you. I'll definitely see you with a cigar video later tonight, early tomorrow, and then Joey will have some videos out. But we love you guys. Eagles win. And yeah, we weren't perfect. We got things to work on, but get the win. And now it's time for the big game. This is a playoff type game with Washington. It's going to be awesome. With that said, guys, we are out of here. You guys take care. We'll talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Peace.
You got plenty of time.
Come on.
Oh, shit! Dad! No!
It's over! It's over! This game is over! Cut it off! It's over!
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay.
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak.
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott. Trying to feed the Lamb. Trying to feed the Lamb. You tried to feed the Lamb. You got to give it to C. Lamb. God. It's over. It's over, Dak. Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk. It is killing me.
I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jerry Jones taking. Cut it off. It's over.